because it was not, and plus, it just, we've been doing the same thing for a long time.
We played everywhere, so many times.
Okay,
Same
in
clubs.
Canada.
And in Canada, between cities, it's 12-hour drive. So, it's hard to do a tour.
Well, some are only 8 hours.
Yeah, some are only 8 hours, but Canada's
But
the
some are
second.
24 hours between two major cities.
It's the
Two
second.
shows.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
20 to 24 hour drive.
It's the second biggest country on earth.
So it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So yeah, we did eight times across Canada.
By the way, no sense that we didn't make it. I never thought we would make it. So happy to have done this cool
Yeah, we
thing.
made it. We put out three albums when we were young.
Yeah.
Yes.
3 albums.
One single.
Much music, which is like music television in
okay,
Canada,
yes.
MTV. College radio, charted well on all the college radio stations. I mean,
Oh,
that was success. That was
Yes,
good.
yes.
And we never made any money personally ever from
No.
the band.
No.
Oh, and sold a few thousand copies of our records,
Which was
a big accomplishment. At the
Yeah.
time
I think
for a band like
Tyrants
ours.
of Teen Trash now is probably about 10,000 or more copies, which is very,
really?
very good
Yes.
because it's been reissued.
So that's our story. Just a Canadian band until we got a phone call from Europe, and now we're international garage legends.
Yeah.
We had no idea. That's the internet, right?
But wait a second, we did come over to
YouTube.
tour after Cave In, our best record.
Yeah, we got
Cave In.
together again in '99,
Uh-huh.
and then we did Cave In.
That came from a drunk phone call
Yeah.
where I think it was
Me and you.
You and Bob,
you,
John
you and I think Jerry was over too, and we were just getting drunk, and we said, "Hey, we should do the Gruesomes together."
Yeah, man.
Let's call John.
It was New Year's Eve, wasn't it?
And it was like, we called Toronto.
Yeah, and then so the same day I called Toronto. You want the Gruesomes to play? Yeah. And
How much?
How much money?
What? What? You know who we are, right? Gruesomes. You got the right band. You know it's okay. We'll take the money. Thanks.
And the amount of money that they paid us was like 4 times what we ever made, ever playing before. Like, okay, we should try this.
We should try it again.
So we had fun. We recorded a very good record.
Yeah.
Cave In, that's the album.
Cave In was our favorite.
And in the 1980s, all the people in the studio were always trying to get like a very 80s studio sound.
Yes,
And we
yes.
were always fighting it all the time. Though, so
But in the year
in
2000,
2000, Cave In was, I produced it, and we were trying to get
and
the sound we
people
wanted.
had the knowledge and understanding and the ability to create a sound, which in the 80s you could not. You got an 80s sound.
1980s, you got every band was the same. Even big bands got terrible drum sounds, and it was just you got the sound of the time, and whatever all the
And
studios
you know the
were
sound.
doing the same. the kick drum that sounds like cardboard,
Yeah. But
and
there is some music from the 80s that has that sound that's good because it's like Prince, is,
Right.
you know,
Garage,
for
but
that,
the garage
but-
bands.
or like Grandmaster Flash
Right.
or that stuff. That
But
could
one,
be
of the,
very-
but one of the bands that didn't was the
yeah,
Gruesomes.
but that did not fit our stuff. So we were always like fighting in the studio. No,
just to get a good drum sound, a normal distortion, nice guitar sound. No, everything was that 1980s sound. It was forced on you.
So we're happy about
So
that.
Cave In was a big breakthrough to produce it ourselves. John produced it, and we got the sound we wanted.
Okay. So that's your favorite album, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so far, yeah.
it is, except that we're working on a new one, which is I think going to be better.
Ah. What more do you can? ¿Qué más nos pueden contar de ese nuevo álbum?
Well, we started recording, empezamos a ¿cómo se dice? A borrarlo, a grabarlo. Y it's now sounding really good. Really happy with it.
Okay.
Yeah, but-
¿Dónde lo han estado grabando?
En Montreal,
¿Qué estudios?
sí, en Concordia.
No, en un teatro de los años de 20, los 20s.
Okay.
And it sounds like all the other Gruesomes records, so don't worry. It's just more of the exact same stuff.
Yes, that's
But
what
better.
we need.
We should call it
Sounds good.
Zero Evolution.
So far,
That's great.
Zero Evolution. That's the
That's
album.
great. Like you
Okay.
said, recorded in a theater, nice flat sound with a mobile recording instead of
Wait
in
a
the
second,
studio.
guys. Did we just come up with an album title?
No, maybe Gruesomes. I'm
Sounds
thinking
really good.
Gruesomes
So far,
Unevolved.
what we've heard.
Great.
Unevolved? Yeah, that's good.
A very natural live sound.
Good news from the Gruesomes.
Yeah.
The Gruesomes, sorry.
Yeah, we'd be doing it right now, but we went to Mexico.
We actually started the first half of recording, came here, and then when we go back, we finish
Continue.
the second half.
Okay.
And we're gonna play a few songs from the
Yeah?
new
Yeah.
record.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Not too many, don't worry.
Yeah, you'll get all the old
Scare
hits.
people.
Don't worry.
Okay,
New
so
stuff.
do you remember that first visit here to Mexico?
Yes,
Yes.
of course. See,
What do you remember?
I remember
of that
people
shows?
going home saying, "Do the Mexicans like your band?" I said, "Nope, the Mexicans think we're gods." It's crazy. But
The
that
Wild
was the
Fest.
that was the impression I got because like so many pictures and I couldn't understand it and people were like it's
So well, we didn't really know what the reception would be,
Yes.
and all the guys were at the hotel, and I went early because I wanted to watch all the bands, and I walked into the Carpe Astros, and everyone starts taking selfies with me and asking for my autograph, and I can't understand.
Okay.
What's happening? And I said, wait till Bobby gets here. And then Bobby showed up, he goes, it took me an hour to get from
Yeah.
the door to
because
the
it goes like, oh, a fan wants to take a picture. Great, I'll do that. Okay, another fan wants to, and another fan, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm in one place and I'm not moving because the people, and it's like, wow,
Yeah,
okay.
we were that was the biggest audience we ever played to, 3,200 people.
Yeah.
Even more than in Europe, in Spain.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. I think the Spain rock and roll scene,
Correct.
it's big.
Correct.
It's
Yeah.
huge.
It is huge, but most of the big festivals there are maybe 1,000 people.
Okay.
It is very, but it goes on all the time.
Yeah.
So there's festival
Todo el año.
all year long. Festival in every corner, in small clubs everywhere. So maybe the event is not as big as the famous Wildo Fest,
Wildo
Wild
Fest.
Fest, yeah.
but certainly it lasts all the time in Europe. It's always going.
Okay.
It's
and,
cool.
and how was that connection? Who
I don't know.
asked for?
Juanito
Hey.
Wow de Wildlow's Works.
He recommend.
He's a super fanatic of the Gruesums. He even has a
Great guy.
tattoo of the Gruesums on his arm.
Yes.
Gran amigo.
And he made us play at the Fantastic Dracula. He would write us letters and he would say you should play. And so
And I remember when we played Fantastic Dracula, that was when we booked the Mexico show.
yes,
Right after.
I think they watched something
the
on
videos on YouTube.
video and said, "Oh, this band is real. We can book them.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
playing. They're good."
Yeah.
Okay. And how it was?
Wow.
That's
In-
that first visit, that show. You play only one show?
No,
Two
we
shows.
also played at Foro Bizarro.
Okay.
In Mexico?
Yeah,
We're talking about Mexico?
yeah, the first time we played.
2018. Yeah, 5 years ago.
And how
Foro-
it was that
the-
show?
Amazing.
Yeah.
That was one of the best shows of my life.
Well,
Hey, I should say that. I
Wait
should say
a
that.
second. We have to say that we always prefer to play a small bar with a lot of sweaty people
Yes.
instead of a big festival stage. It's more fun for us. On the Wilder Fest was great because they had the best bands and it was a super good concert,
Good crowd.
good crowd. But for us, we're not as comfortable on a giant stage. We like to play like we love playing like 100
Yeah.
person, 200
Or I can
person
talk
bar.
to you and make a joke to you and to you and you can.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
the smaller and more
Small
personal,
stage.
the better. The festivals are fun. They're great. It's fun to socialize with people from around the world. But we always like the feeling of a small bar.
That's what we
So,
always did too. Festivals is once in a while, it's the kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, exactly, Jerry.
Yeah.
Even in the old days, in the 80s, we would play festivals.
Sure.
And the same thing. We a lot of people, thousands of people. But
So the Waldo Fest was really cool and a grand spectacle, but the little show at the Foro Bizarro was more fun because they were like friends like
yeah,
us.
they were super
And-
fans.
Yeah, super fans were just hanging out and talking to all these cool people. And Mexico is a very high percentage of cool people. Like there's more cool people here in Mexico than Canada, for instance. No, it's true. And I don't just mean because there's more population. I mean percentage-wise, Mexicans are overall more cool in their style and flair and look than Canadians.
Well,
So
in
that's-
Mexico City.
Yes.
Okay, well, anyway, I'll just point out at that club, everyone was really cool. Even the nerds were cool at that place. So it was a good. It was. I took,
Yeah, and it was also a very gruesome's club, Foro Bizarro. You remember the
Yeah.
op art on the wall,
Ah,
spirals.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
gruesome,
black and white.
very gruesome's
And
club.
we played with a great band from the Argentina.
Oh,
was-
yeah.
was-
Tormentos.
Tormentos.
Ah,
Tormentos.
Great
Surf
surf
Cruise
band.
is great.
Yeah, the Argentina.
Really good.
Oh yes, great band.
so that's okay.
Chingon.
So I was happy to see this trip to Mexico. 3 clubs, 3 small.
Yes, yes.
Perfect.
It's pure pure clubs. Pure
Perfect. It'll be like
sweat,
we're hoping
sweaty.
like Foro Bizarro again. Like
But you have to tell us, will the same people come to all 3 shows?
Yeah, how does that work
Yeah.
with 3 shows? Like, it's a big city, I guess, you know.
Yes, but it's like different kind of people, I think.
okay.
Okay, good, because we're playing the same songs every time.
Yes. I think, well, I personally, yo iré a 2 shows,
Yeah.
el viernes y el sábado, y me
Perfecto.
imagino que
Serán los
mucha gente
peores.
hará eso.
El viernes tocamos Show Rock Israeli con los Psiónicos y Cavernarios.
Los Cavernarios,
Cavernarios.
una banda, a band from Cuautitlán Izcalli, it's the
Mhm.
city,
Yeah.
and a good band.
Yeah.
Very,
And we're also playing with friends of ours.
Yeah, los mejores amigos,
Yeah.
Muck and the Myers,
Muck
el
and the
grupo
Myers.
desde
from
Boston.
Yeah.
Son increíbles.
Yeah.
Boston is close to Montreal. You can drive.
En 6 horas. That's close, you know.
They come to visit Montreal.
They're
Yeah.
great people, really good, tight band, really good.
Oh, we
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good
And I
friends.
say, I always
Great
say
guys.
that they play first and we play second, and it's great for us because they play so well that it inspires us to we
Yeah, we better be
we have to
good.
try
Yeah.
really hard
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
And plus, they're actual
Yes.
friends of
Yeah,
ours
they're
as
good- yeah,
people.
they're good friends.
Like, we
Yeah,
know each other and hang out.
Yeah, Boston's close to Montreal.
yeah, they come to Montreal, we have barbecues, and Jerry and I went to
Oh,
Boston and
great.
stayed.
Yeah.
They're really our friends. We hung out together in Spain for a few days.
Without music, you know, just friends.
Yes, yes.
And they're playing with us too Thursday, jueves,
Mm-hmm.
at El Gato Calavera.
So you get a real
Yeah.
lineup of music of North America, Canada, USA, and Mexico.
Yeah.
Every night.
And the Go-Goettes too.
Yeah, with Rita going on.
The Go-Goettes, all girls garage band,
Mm.
I think.
Yeah, we
A
know.
new
Yeah.
band.
Sí.
Great.
And Saturday we're playing La Mezcali. Yeah, Mezcali. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. The Go-Goettes I listen to, by the way, they're really cool. They sound like one of those Back from the Grave records. It really sounds like mean garage for
The
sure.
Pandoras and that kind of band.
No, they're way tougher than the Pandoras.
Oh, okay.
Like they would strangle the Pandoras. The Go-Goettes. Like the Go-Goettes would just beat the hell out of the Pandoras. So,
Okay.
yeah, they're more like the Brood or something coming at you like fucking tough. Excuse me.
So at La Mezcali, we're playing with La Segunda Vez.
Ah, yes.
Where are they from? La Segunda Vez.
De
aquí?
I think, yes, in Mexico.
And DJs Internacionales.
Oh, and they have actual dancing. I asked
Yeah.
them actual.
And how did you get invited this time?
This time.
I don't know.
From Denip and Matt from Born to Be Cheap.
They write to the
Yeah.
consults?
Yeah, since we played here at Wilder Fest, we've sort of become friends online, and there's always communication. I always look at what the
Oh,
shows
I know.
are.
We wanted to go to Mexico, and we said we should call them.
That's right.
That's what we wanted to go to Mexico. We said we should call
No,
them.
it was John.
Yeah.
John loves Mexico.
Yeah, John loves Mexico.
And John's like, do we always have to go to Europe? I like Mexico. Can't we go,
Go
to
to
Mexico?
Mexico.
He goes,
So it's my 4th time now in Mexico City. I love it.
Oh,
Twice
okay.
just as a tourist, twice with the band.
Why did you like it about Mexico?
oh, we love everything about it.
Everything.
everything.
Food,
Cerveza Oscura.
Yeah.
The look of the
We-
buildings and the
We
houses.
like the look of the city, the
Beautiful
buildings.
art.
We went to a Lucha Libre.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Lucha Libre.
It is a city of the Americas, so that's cool for us in Canada because we recognize elements of it that are just like home for us.
7-Eleven, yeah.
You live very much like us, so but it's
Yes.
different. But
Yeah.
you are it's really cool.
It's
Yeah.
Americas.
When we walk
It's
around
Americans.
parts,
It's
when we-
America.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we're all
when we walk around parts of Mexico City, it's parece con mi barrio, como
Yeah.
like,
Ah, great.
más o menos exactamente.
Mhm.
It's almost exactly like
So
my
it
neighborhood.
is-
But in other ways,
but in
you know,
other
for a
ways.
5-hour flight, it's like you're in a big European capital
Correct.
too. Like, so it's
Yes.
Oh.
big squares,
And-
Zocalo, cathedrals. I mean,
And for an Anglo English person like me, it is, and many of us like me, it is genuinely romantic. It has like a Latin flair, which is a real thing that appeals to people who don't have it.
See,
Great. It's great to know that. Here in Mexico, we are, I think, we really love punk music, garage
Correct.
music.
Correct.
So
And you love guitar music. All your bands
Guitar.
prominently feature guitar all the
Yes.
time.
It's
Yes.
in the Mexican culture.
It's in your
Yeah.
blood. We know that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And a couple of
So-
us speak Spanish, so
So you,
yes,
yeah.
and you play guitar. So you're like,
Yeah, so
you're,
we
you're like
go.
you're like in home.
yeah, you're already in. For me as an outsider, I just think it's really cool. So and so I like being here and being part of it. So it's really
Okay,
neat.
so maybe last question. Any new garage punk band? Any
Yeah,
recent
that's a great
artist,
question.
that you like it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's think of something quick.
Well, we really like Muck and the Myers.
Right.
That
Yes.
we talked about.
And they're
All right, I'll give.
The Jackets from
Jackets?
the Jackets.
From Switzerland.
Very, very good band.
Well, they're very-
Jackie is a superstar.
Right, she is a superstar, and she's remarkable stage presence, and that's
Yes.
that. They are remarkable for that.
Chris, the drummer's a cool friend of ours.
Yes.
Oh,
And I saw a band from Norway called Nix and the Nothings. It was
Oh, great.
very good too. Yeah.
There's also an English band that became friends of ours from London called the Jack Cades, and their style is to do sort of a mellow mid-60s pop kind of band with two guys, two girls, and a very 60s
yes.
look, and a I'm not sure, but it's sort of a peppy but relaxed sound. Very, very good. Highly recommended. The Jack Cades.
Jack Cades.
And we're very
Okay.
good friends too with Wild Evil and the Trash Bones from Vienna.
Ah, great. Another great band.
Yeah, Wild Evil played here with us at Wildo
Yes.
Fest. That's where we
Yeah,
met.
yes.
They were staying in our hotel, and he says, Sebastian, the singer, Wild Evil, says, John, we are going to see the market. You want to come with us? We said, okay. And then from that time, we've all been very good friends. And we just played with them in Vienna.
This summer, we played in Vienna with Wild Evil, one of our most fun shows in a long time.
Yeah, it was great. Vienna's amazing, and they're a really good band.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so to answer your questions, yeah, there's a lot of good bands, a lot of good shows. We're very impressed. We have never seen Garage so healthy and active in our lifetime.
Great. So I think that's all.
Yeah, I'll say this was a really good
Same
interview, and
way.
everyone should listen to this podcast all the time.
Yeah, thanks.
It was
Thanks for
really,
having us.
really
Muchas
good
gracias.
questions.
Hey,
And your English was good too, man. You got it. It was awesome.
Gracias,
thanks.
Max.
I tried for rock and roll.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks for your time. And
Yeah.
the show calls. El show se llama Destartalados. So pueden mandar un saludo a Destartalado.
Destartalado. Bueno, somos los Gruesons y estamos en los destartalados. Destartalados.
Destatalados.
Destartalado.
Destartalados.
Yes.
Hola, somos los Gruesons en los Sorry.
Los destartalados, Jerry.
One more take.
Okay.
Another thing.
Hola, somos los Gruesons y estamos en los destartalados.
Hey, that's it. Great. Thanks. Very long